Can someone please explain to me why survival feels more realistic than success nowadays?
For the first time in American history, a pound of ground beef costs more than you get for an hour's work getting paid minimum wage.
You'd like to leave your home? I'm sure you would. That'd be $100. Yeah. You want to go to the grocery store? Maybe got to get some gas? Sure you would. That'll be $100.
Yo, what is really going on with this world? What is really going on in America, bro? Like, this shit making me want to just pack up and move to one of these countries that our American dollar is worth fucking $70 and $80 over there. Cause this shit is fucking ridiculous, bro.
You ever just look outside or, interact with people throughout your day and realize how quiet people have gotten about their dreams lately? Not because they don't have them, but because somewhere along the way, they stopped believing that they could actually afford them. Now, I'm not talking about luxury dreams, right? I'm not talking about the Lambos, the mansions, yachts, all this crazy, extravagant lifestyle, right? I'm just talking about regular human goals, owning a home, raising a family without constant anxiety, taking a vacation without it turning into debt, just living without that feeling like every single decision is a financial decision. Because right now, for a lot of Americans, life feels less like living and more like surviving. You would wake up, you go to work, you get paid, and somehow it's already gone in the first 4 hours. Rent will eat up a massive chunk of your paycheck, if not all of it. Groceries will cost you more every single week. Gas, insurance, utilities, like it all adds up here. And the scary part about all of it is that you're doing everything you were told to do. You were working, you were trying, you went to school, got that degree, and it still doesn't feel like it's enough. As a matter of fact, it may feel like it's a waste of time at that point. Now, this is where something really starts to happen. People don't always quit loudly, okay? Most of the time, they'll quit very quietly. That's why we have this thing called quiet quitting nowadays. They will stop looking at houses online because, what's the point, They'll stop planning trips because it feels irresponsible. They will stop pursuing certain careers or passions because they just need something stable. They choose the safe route. And over time, that quiet quitting of dreams becomes normal. You start telling yourself things like, maybe that life just isn't for me. Maybe I was just meant to live just a regular life, But let's be honest here. That's not really acceptance. This is really just a form of exhaustion, okay? People are so tired of trying to keep up. They're working their butts off that they don't even have time or the financial, capabilities to look further past that. They can't even afford to see what they're good at. They can't take risks. They can't invest. They can't, they can't even afford to take a loss nowadays. And the uncomfortable truth about this is that when the entire population starts lowering its expectations just to cope, that's not personal failure. This is, I would say, systematic pressure. But I really want to challenge something here, okay? Giving up might feel like the only logical response nowadays, but it's also the most dangerous one. Not because everything is magically going to get easier, because it won't, right? But because once you fully convince yourself that there is no path forward, you stop even looking for one. And that's when people get stuck. So maybe the answer isn't blind optimism. Maybe it's not pretending things aren't bad, because they are. Let's just be honest here. Maybe it's about adjusting the path without abandoning the destination. Maybe it's saying, yes, this is harder than it should be, sure, but I'm not done trying to build something better for myself. Because the moment you stop trying entirely, that's when the system wins, and you deserve more than just getting by. You, honestly, as a person, at the very minimum, as a citizen, you deserve a life that actually feels like yours.
If you don't qualify for WIC, no government assistance. This is how much you would pay for 30 bottles, which they go. My 1 month old, almost 2 month old, goes through about 30 bottles in a month. So that's what you're paying a month just on formula. That ain't even counting diapers. So wrap it before you tap it.
You'd like to leave your home? I'm sure you would. That'd be $100. Yeah. You want to go to the grocery store? Maybe got to get some gas? Sure you would. That'll be $100. What's for dinner? You don't feel like washing dishes, so you're gonna order some food. That'll be $100. You can't leave the house anymore without spending $100 fucking dollars. It's $100 to live. You want to breathe? That's $100 at minimum. Okay, listen, I am not the best with money. I'll be honest, I'm not the best with money, but I don't think I'm the worst either. Okay, we had it's Easter. Today's Easter. Planned on spending most of the day indoors, and we did. Spent most of the day indoors, had like a little breakfast thing. We made stuff at home. Totally fine. It's like free at that point, right? Because we didn't spend any money today. Well, it's about dinner time. I wanted some food. Also, the dishwasher's broken, so I don't want to do any more dishes. I just had to empty out the dishwasher. It's broken right now, and I had to hand wash everything. I know, God forbid, I hand wash a dish in the year 2026, but I don't want to wash any more dishes today. So I said, I'm not cooking anything. I'm getting some food to go. I'm not gonna get it sent to our house because that costs extra money. I'll go pick it up. So I call in an order. I go get some falafels. 2 falafel meals. Well, one's gyro, one's falafel, whatever. $40, $45. Okay, whatever. That's just the cost of being alive. So I pay it. I pay the $45. While I'm out, I'm like, okay, well, we need a little bit of like a couple of essentials for the home, like some sodas. We're soda drinkers. In my big age, yes, I want a soda. Sorry. So we're some soda drinkers. We each get our own individual case of sodas. It usually lasts us a while, but we drink different things. So I get 2 cans of sodas. I get some rice cakes because I want some snacks for work. And there's some discounted Easter candy. They're like 50% off of a little chocolate bunny and then some gummies. I get those. How much does that cost, do you think, at the fucking grocery store? $50 fucking dollars! I probably got something else, I can't think of it right now, but that's essentially it. Oh wait, and I got 1 pack of frozen dumplings to take to work. Boom. So that right there, we're at $95. Haven't even got gas yet. I got half a tank. I'm just praying it makes me until I get paid again. I just got paid. So I know I have an addiction. I have a small addiction to these, and I'm passing by a gas station on my way home, and my partner asked specifically for like Cadbury eggs, if we see any Cadbury eggs. No one has any fucking Cadbury eggs. So I stopped, I get these, and I'm looking for Cadbury eggs. I get 2 of these because I run through these. And I got 1 of these. $15. I am 100, and I've been outside of the house for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes, I have spent $110. I'm gonna need to get gas in like 3 days. And that, God, I don't even want that. It's like literally $4 a gallon. I don't even want to think about how much that's gonna cost. God bless America.
For the first time in American history, a pound of ground beef costs more than you get for an hour's work getting paid minimum wage. That is a really bad sign. If any of you pay attention to any of the macroeconomic indicators, macroeconomics, I just feel like something a lot of people don't pay a lot of attention to. It's not good. Like, not good. I want to tell you that.
Why is gas $5 a gallon? And like, why do I have to pay rent? And why is rent so high? And why do I have to drive my car and get the gas that I have to get to go to the job that I have to pay for rent? Why do I have to do all of that stuff? And why are you making it so fucking expensive to do it? I don't even want to get out and pump my gas It feels like getting out and just knowing someone's gonna fucking stab you. Why would you get out? This is beginning. This is the beginning of life. What am I supposed to do forever? It's gonna fucking worse.
Okay, so isn't the point of working a full-time job? I mean, that's 40 hours a week or higher, right? That's half of your life, right? Isn't the point of that to make enough money to sustain your bills, to save money, to go on vacation, to afford things that you normally wouldn't be able to afford? But you have a full-time job, so you should be able to afford all that stuff, right? Wrong. Approximately 32% of American households report that their income falls behind their expenses, while nearly 70% live paycheck to paycheck. Roughly 40% of adults find it difficult to cover typical monthly household bills, with many having less than $1,000 in savings to bridge the gap. So is expecting your full-time job to pay all of your bills, is that some sort of luxury request? Because I think if you're a full-time worker, that means you're dedicating half of your life to work. That, my friends, should cover everything. That should cover your bills. It should cover your health care. It should cover everything. And you should have more than $1,000 in savings after all of that to live and sustain your life in America. And by the way, this is not a political post, okay? Everybody in this country that works full-time, I don't care if you're, a postal worker, or you're navigating planes out on the airport, or you're, a Microsoft employee. Everybody, if you're working full-time, you should be able to afford every single one of your bills. And for all of you out there that think people like me, middle-class, middle-wage workers, should be working on holidays and serving you lattes at Starbucks on Christmas Day while you go out and hang out with your family, shame on fucking you, because this is not the way America should be set up. It should be set up equally for everybody. America first. You work a full-time job, you should be able to pay every damn one of your bills.
Yo, what is really going on with this world? What is really going on in America, bro? Like, this shit making me want to just pack up and move to one of these countries that our American dollar is worth fucking $70 and $80 over there. Because this shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Everything, all the quality of the food, all the quality of everything has went down, but the prices has gone up. I live in New Jersey, right? Earlier today, gas was $3.99. 5 hours later, it's $4.19. What the fuck happened in the 5 hours? What happened in 5 hours where gas got to go up 21 cents? And then probably by the time I wake up tomorrow, it's going to be $4.28. Bro, like this shit is crazy, bro. The only thing that I got lucky with is I bought my house in 2021. I have a $1,300 mortgage, bro. You can't even find a motherfucking one-bedroom box for $1,300 right now, bro. Like all the car payments is crazy, astronomical right now. You gotta pay $700, $800, $900 for a fucking Toyota Camry right now. The chips, the juice, the fucking Doritos, the motherfucking, bro. They even made the paper plate smaller. They even made the paper plates to the point where you gotta use 2 paper plates to fucking eat now. Like, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, bro. I make a decent pay rate and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I'll be lucky if I can put up $100 a fucking week. Like, this is just getting ridiculous, bro. I really feel like I want to just pack up, go overseas to one of them countries. Bitch, I need to save up like 50, 60, 70,000 and go transfer that shit to another country and live like a royal fucking king. Because $50,000 out here, bitch, that shit'll be gone in 3 months. That shit'll be going in 3 fucking months, bro. When you gotta deal with buying food, paying for this, paying for that. The fucking electric went up. The gas went up. They charging travel fees for your gas now. Like, what the fuck, bro? The world is designed for us to fucking struggle, bro. It's designed for us to be slaves to the clock. You either gotta work, bitch, I don't know what the fuck you gotta do. I think, like, right, you gotta work every day, all day. You gotta work, bitch, 17, 18, 19 hours a day to make some money just to spend it all right the fuck back. I don't know how the fuck motherfuckers is going on trips, motherfuckers going on vacations, motherfuckers buying Balenciagas, motherfucker buying, like, I don't know how motherfuckers is doing that shit. I just don't. Bro, I've been working for 15, 16, 17 years straight. I make almost $30 an hour, and it don't fucking matter. It don't matter. This shit is ridiculous. I'm ready to fucking, I don't know what I'm ready to do, but I'm ready to do something, bro. Something has to fucking give.
Yeah, so I'm not going to pay $2.50 for a candy bar. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to pay $60 for a pair of jeans. Not going to do it. I'm not going to pay those type of prices. I'm just not going to do it. I don't know what we're going to do. We got to do something, though. We got to somehow not pay what they're charging for stuff. Can't do it. Not going to be able to continue. Well, I mean, where is the end? Where's the end game? Going to pay $5 for a candy bar? Going to pay $6, $7 for gasoline? Going to pay $100 for a pair of jeans? I mean, when does it end? I can't do it, and I'm not going to do it. I don't care if I have $1 million in the bank. I'm not going to pay $3 for a candy bar. I'm drawing the line on the candy bar, the jeans, the basic stuff that we need to just have, you know? I mean, the basic stuff, no, do I need a candy bar? No. Would I like to have a candy bar? Yeah. Every once in a while, I like to go buy a candy bar, but I'm not going to do it. And you shouldn't do it either. I mean, at some point, when do we just say, look, we're not going to pay these prices anymore? We're done. We're through. Give us some reasonable prices or we're not buying your crap. I mean, at some point, this just has to happen. And I think it should probably happen now. Got to send a message somehow because this is just ridiculous.
I just saw a video that said expect the grocery prices to go up even more because of the cost of transportation, because of the war crisis in Iran, and lack of fuel. The cost of fuel has gone up tremendously with gas, okay? Now the cost of our food is going to go up because of the transportation of the food. Our grocery prices in Canada right now are already at an all-time high. Inflation is at an all-time high. Like, I have to pick and choose what I want to buy because everything is so freaking expensive. And I try to buy bulk of things that are going to last me, that I can make numerous meals over, because that is the only way that I can afford to eat at this point. And now they're saying, on top of inflation of groceries, they're going to inflate and have a temporary surcharge even more because of transportation. Gas is at an all-time high, so if you want to go anywhere, going to cost you $1 million. We have to pay taxes. We have to pay all this money towards necessities to live now. God forbid you booked a trip and you want to go and fly anywhere. Airlines now are going to be canceling a bunch of flights because they cannot afford the fuel costs. They're also going to surcharge now and charge an additional, I think, $60, $70 a ticket because of fuel costs. And the prices of flights are going to go up so high that people are not going to be able to afford to fly. So if you want to actually go anywhere, if this war continues, you are not going to be able to travel or go anywhere. So you're going to be stuck and stranded where you are, and you're not going to be able to do anything. I was planning on having an Italian summer just for the first time in my life. And if this war does not get settled, we're all royally screwed. And I genuinely don't know how we're going to afford to live. The grocery prices are already unaffordable. The gas prices are already through the roof in Canada. Everything is already so unaffordable. We can barely get by. We're living paycheck to paycheck. So basically, to sum it all up, everything costs money. Even to breathe now is going to cost you money. And this is all thanks to the President of the United States.
As a 30-year-old, I'm sitting here, right, with the current state of the country, and I'm thinking, how do I remain positive with all the shit that's going on? I'll break it down. We'll never have homes because house prices are super unaffordable. The average American can't afford it, so you'll never have equity. Daycare is super fucking expensive, so you're going to have 2 people in the home, both working 40, 50, 60 hours a week to be able to pay for daycare. But since you're working so much to pay for daycare, you're never going to see your kid as much as you want because you're working at a job that you need to work to survive, but you don't really want to be at. So it's a cycle. So we're never going to have homes, no equity. We can't afford kids comfortably unless we're in survival mode. And then wages are stagnant. At what point do you just check out of the system? Like, I don't even want to play this game anymore. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable because you could survive. You could make the most out of it. Like, yeah, I make this much and I can't really afford to do what I want, but I make the most of it. We were never meant to live to make the most of it. Rich people are stacking so much fucking money and it's barely dripping down right to the little people, the poor people, and they just suck it up. Like, you'll be all right. You'll be good. Don't worry about it. Life's not bad. It's not all about the money. It's not all about the money. But the way the government runs and the rich people run and the people in power run, it's all about money. Money makes happiness. At what point does this shit just come crashing down? Because I'll be honest with you, that's the likely outcome, is this shit has to come crashing down. If not, we'll continue to live how we are. Wages stay stagnant, prices keep going up, and we live more unaffordable. And we just suck it up for the next 50, 60 years. And I don't want that shit.
I'm sorry, we need how much to live comfortably in the United States? The median family income in the United States is a little under $70,000. $70,000. No state in the United States enables a family to live comfortably with $70,000 in income. So yeah, something monumental needs to be done to correct this. Because as wages continue to stay stagnant and inflation to keep going up, we're all going to be priced out. It's not a question of working harder, it's not a question of working overtime. This is now a question of structural, systematic change. This map shows that the cheapest place to live for a family is in Mississippi. $178,000. And billionaires and corporations think that they have it rough?